All this talk about the paid bulletin board, not paid bulletin board. Well, that's never going to happen. There's never not going to be there's never going to be a paid bulletin board exclusively for the entire industry. There's always going to be free information out there. Heck, half the information is basically on people's websites to begin with. But getting back to the flat out issue of this is helping lowballers. It's not helping lowballers. If anything, it's teaching guys that come into this industry that are new what the value of this trade really can be and what it is. If you look at it that way and you embrace every new guy with the fundamentals of this art, the industry as a whole would be raised up and have a higher standard and have a higher rate of pay. The guys out there that may be in a small market and they encounter a guy on a bulletin board, trust me, there's 15 guys that aren't on the bulletin boards that are taking work from you every day. These types of situations happen all the time. I mean, everybody loses bids. No one gets 100% of their bids, so they're losing them to somebody. Whether they lose them to the low bidder, the high bidder. I've won bids when I've been the high bidder. I've won bids when I've been the low bidder. Where I really want to be when I want to bid is right in between. That's where I want to be in the structure when I go in to bid somewhere. Residential, it's a different animal than commercial is. I understand about how you guys are the upsell is huge. You want to get as much as you can because you're probably not going to see that customer ever again. My customers are somebody that I'm going to be dealing with for the rest of my life, and I want to treat them properly. I want to treat them fairly. I want to do the project for the correct price and make a decent profit and continue to make that decent profit for the rest of my life. I guess that's the difference between the commercial world and the residential world. It's more of a one-time get what you can now and go. Where what I do is repetitive customers continually over and over and over again. But I would much rather every new guy that's in Phoenix give me a call. You got an hour, 2 hours of my time. I'm willing to give you the fundamentals of this business. Priceless, I don't care. It doesn't make a difference to me. I would rather have you compete with me than come in at a rate that you cannot be profitable at, potentially destroy a pricing structure that we maintain in this market, and eventually you will lose those customers and they will come back to me. Or they'll come back to somebody else if they were taken from somebody else, because you won't be in business if you're not profitable. That's just the bottom line. And there are customers out there that prey on companies that don't know what they're doing. I try to stay away from those people as customers because I don't want them as customers. Because even if I get their work, they're just going to pick the next guy that's the lowest guy on the totem pole and use and abuse him until he's gone. That does go on in the commercial world. And if I can prevent new guys from spending all their 401k money, all their life savings to invest in this business before they realize that they're broke and haven't made a nickel, I'm willing to do that because in the long run, it costs me money. So I'm here, man, to educate and tell anybody that wants to know about the commercial cleaning world. Any fundamentals that they want to know, give me a call. 480-522-5227. 480-522-5227. I have no problem ever answering any questions. I'm pretty blunt, pretty direct. If you can't catch me on the Pressure Washing Institute at pressurewashinginstitute.com in a thread, you're more than happy to give me a call. Don't get upset that if I don't call you back right away. It might take a few days. Text me at that same number, 480-522-5227. More than happy to answer any questions. I don't care if you're my neighbor next door trying to open a matter of fact, 3 doors down, the kid opened a pressure washing company. First thing he did was come down here and talk to me. Um, we got him started in an avenue and a direction he wants to go. That was 5 years ago. He's done moved out of his parents' house, and he's a pretty successful contractor here in this area. Do we bump heads occasionally? Maybe, I don't know. Um, it's a very good possibility. Am I worried about it? No. Am I worried about anyone? No. One thing is in the commercial world, man, is if you have customers and you've educated them and you've built relationships with them, they're your customers. No one's going to come along with a lower price or anything and take your customers away unless you're doing something wrong. Do I do something wrong occasionally with customers? Everybody makes mistakes. What we do is we try not to make mistakes and try to keep people happy. Uh, that's all you can do in any business where you're delivering a service or product. Are you going to be perfect all the time? No, of course not. Well, when I trip over my shoelaces, if that's when one of my competitors come in and take a job from me, they get it. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I have a very low ratio of turnover in customers. It's ridiculously low. I'm not even going to say because if I said it, some of the guys out there that have a 10% turn in this business, mine's less than that annually, way less than that. I just don't lose customers. Out of the thousands of jobs, and I'll knock on wood because I don't want to jinx myself, out of the thousands of jobs this season that we have, I can count probably 2 cancellations of some individual properties that may have been under some distress from some good customers that canceled them. Nothing that they didn't want to do, it just the property didn't have any money. Other than that, we just don't see it. We just don't lose customers, and that's really the key. Um, and no one's going to take those customers away from you if you're doing your job. Nobody. Like I said, give me a call if you need anything. More than willing to help you.